Hello there, YouTube. This is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound daily. Today's daily is the solo daily for September 8th, and we will be playing Mosscloak going from Radiant Market to Derelict Starship. So, already there, that's a bit of a rough ask because Radiant Market, or at least Captor, requires a lot of AoE. So it's just rough for us to take care of that on a class that does not have any innate AoE. And at least at Derelict Starship, there's a lot of need for burst damage. But if Slimps get out of hand, then there's also need for a lot of AoE. But especially in Book 2, the Thunderlopes and of course the boss have a lot of health that we want to push through. And at least Mosscloak's pretty good at that. Our mods, we have understimulated. Someone collecting an orb would gain 2 shield. That can go into a couple of vestiges, but mostly it's we're happy to have defense on Mosscloak. We're still probably going to want shield on dash. Start with 3 millstones is a little bit rough because Mosscloak has heavy scaling, and it's hard to scale with less vestiges. It's kind of just how it works. But we could maybe get lucky with stat shrines, stuff like that. Then, of course, healing pools only restore 3 HP, so don't take damage 5 head. And we got Blessing of Misplaced Nobility. No. Okay. That's a bit rough. Just like last time we had this. Most notable thing is that we have to find a source of plus HP. Otherwise, we cannot get maximum HP score. Of course, that's even more rough when we're considering the fact that we have 3 less vestiges. So even just carrying a Verdant Sprout when it's one of 7 vestiges is pretty good. Like, we can deal with that. When you're carrying Verdant Sprout and it's one of 4 vestiges, that kind of hurts. Especially, again, Mosscloak needs scaling. Like, technically that's true of all classes, but most classes can kind of solve the game with their own augments. I feel like even with the augments that Mosscloak has, it's very hard for you to solve the game, except in a couple of niche builds, which are like absolutely insane busted, like Lethal Outburst. You usually still need help. And so we're going to be probably looking at our drafted vestiges in order to do that. We're going to Radiant Marketplace first. Our run quest is to inflict poison. We don't do that innately, but at least we get augments for that. It might be Frozen Finger just to reduce cooldowns then. Because our cooldowns ourselves, we don't have a lot of cooldowns, but if we pick up, say, Poison Vapors, which would obviously be the first thing that you would look at, then, yeah, like that's pretty good. Unstable Effigy is notable when you have difficulties with AoE, because if you get enough ability power, it can kind of like just kill enemies, especially at the start, but I don't know. Training Weights gives us a little bit more damage, but we really... I guess it's not true to say that we really don't want to use one of our 4 slots for 3 physical power, because obviously if something like, say, Harbingers would come up, we'd want to usually pick that. But we also don't want to use one of our 3 slots for 3 ability power. We're not going to get this on the first fight, which is kind of the most important. Otherwise, Frozen Finger actually isn't going to help us that much on the first fight. It's just going to help us later. So it's the question between Unstable Effigy, Frozen Finger, or we could re-roll and see if there is a Poison Thorn on the other side. I don't like Poison Thorn, but if we have to inflict 1,400 frickin' poison in this amount of time, maybe we should. The only other reason why I would be against re-rolling is that forces me into another seed, and so if they purposefully set up to have a... what am I trying to say? A Poison Vapors on the first binding, that immediately takes me out of that. I'm not entirely certain that that's how that works, but we've already derived that different people are sometimes offered different initial bindings, which I think is absolutely unfair. But the only thing that I can think of is the pathing or like re-rolling this right here. Because why else would anything else affect that? And I know that Monster Train had a similar system too, but at least those nodes were in place, if that makes sense. Like, regardless of what you did, your Chapter 3 event was always the same event in the same seed. But yeah, I don't know what causes the deviation. I need to do a ton of testing with that. Was originally planning to do that early on, like almost immediately. But the person that I would have on hand to help me with it was not available. And I can't really test dailies by myself. Actually, I suppose I can. It doesn't stop you from running multiple dailies. I would have to really make a day of that. Anyways, we're getting way off topic. The debate is Frozen Finger or Unstable Effigy or reroll. We have to inflict a lot of poison. Let's reroll. I really like Swift Hair. Yeah. Inflict 4 stacks of poison on my dash. I really have plans for the dash, so I really don't want to do that. So then, I mean, we're probably going to have to put 2 stacks of poison on the throw just to get us started. Alright. I clicked on Tarnished, not Quilling Cage. I am just scuffing up everything already. Anyways, how was your guys this week? Ha ha ha. Mercurial, please. That'll help. Okay. I really want to get rid of these guys because they drop goop. If I could get a crit, that'd feel great. Of course, we're getting Swift Hair without anything. Okay, fine. I would say leave this here for this turn. You might be able to argue, okay, well, the idea is to pick this up and put 10 poison on this man. That's only going to deal 15 damage. And now we got to deal with this frickin' thing right here. What the heck? Oh, come on. There was a magic pixel there. You can't lie to me. Don't you lie to me, Walt. Here we go. We did it. Swift Hair didn't help at all. Ink Needle Compass, really don't like it with the limited space, but having some crit is nice when you have throw. It would take our critical chance up to like 26, which is 1 out of every 4 throws. I really don't like the rest of these. Go ahead, re-roll me. There's a Verdant Seed. I know I said that it's suffer, but we need maximum health, and until we find something else, they want us to inflict poison. It's better than these alternatives. Let's go ahead and take some poison damage. I really don't want to just keep stacking this on here. I'm about Distant Flurry, because then it means that if we dash through a bunch of targets, it's the same distance, so then we can just turn around and make sure that we can hit all the same people. I wonder if I got RNG'd. We kind of need Poison Vapor now. I think we are willing to reroll twice. We can reroll twice. Yeah, frick you too, game. Alright. Like, what is the seed? Did I seriously just knock myself out of the seed? Give me a tether shrine. And then what's going on here? Well, of these options, I would much rather have my auto deal damage when it crits. 5% crit chance was definitely, like, appetizing. I don't think anything that, like, we could get something out of Superior Vault that could actually help us. Like, there's a ton of greens that could help us out here, but I don't even know, man. If I'm going to take a glyph node somewhere, I want to take it in book 1 personally. Okay, we're doing an amount of damage. The damage that we are dealing with poison right now is between 0 and infinity. Therefore, it is a real number. Therefore, our damage is real. This is Suffer. Not even sure this is the right move, but I'm going to hope so. We won't take damage. We have Jinx with some charges. I kind of left that guy alone up there, which is poor planning on my part. Y'all up there about to get jinxed, alright? I do not appreciate it. Don't act like that. Of these options here, go ahead, give me some physical power. Gives me a little bit of damage. I definitely like shielding dash here. Like, it's not a lot of defense, but it's still something. Shielded dash then makes it so that we can get the reset the next time. And then for a blue, we want prepared, preferably. That gets us 2 marked on a single target. Which, I mean, if we would have taken Lightning Strike or Lightning Bolt, that would have been our AoE, but we rolled away from it, or didn't take it at the end. I don't know which one it was. Clearly, we weren't thinking clearly. Do I like that more than Poison Tipped? Because Poison Tipped is currently like the only thing that could feasibly win us this at this point, or get our legendary quest. I'm going to bet that we do not need it, because they are going to give us what we need right here, what we deserve. See? Told you. Told you. Another Mercurial, huh? This is a boss coming up? Yeah, we'll take +1 will. We've spent a little bit of money. Is it Tracker's Cleats? Maybe. We don't deal bleed damage. We could deal bleed damage, and then that would give us some sustain. But then that also puts us in the, oh, we didn't take an opening, sorry, we didn't take the initial Quailings. So we really only have 70 to spend safely, and we have already spent 50. Huh. Okay. I'm still debating Tracker's Cleats. It's very strong, especially versus the targets that we're going up against. It's good against Thanalopes. It's good against Mimic. It's good against some mobs that might show up during the capture fight. It's very good against Runestone. We'll gamble on Tracker's Cleats. Everything else we pick up from here on has got to be fricking good. Oh. Reset me in my actual location, thank you. I guess we do want to kind of be up here. Let's go ahead, poison everything. Then if I could dispatch you guys and make you stop existing, that'd be great. I think I want this power orb. And then bring me up here. About right there. I guess we're going to use this. Okay. Alright, we need to burst this guy this turn. Give me my cooldowns. Honestly, looks good to me. Poison's doing a fair amount. Yeah. There we go. Then we're probably going to have to use a Mercurial next turn. Unless, of course, Jinx just kills them. Highly doubt it. You guys never set up well, do you? Let's go ahead and get this power orb. We can take care of these guys. And then we could run over here. Mercurial. Just do the same song and dance over here. And then let's take a look. Nope. Okay. Next turn we got you. Let's pregame a little poison and... You guys are done. Alright, then we'll hit you. Alright. Good. Huh, poison shot will do it. That's a lot. Or do we just take Ricochet? Because we need AoE clear. I feel like it's poison shot. Normally I would go with Ricochet, but here? Kind of makes me wish that I would actually grab that crit chance before instead of the crit multiplier, because doubling this damage is going to be suffer. Another thing to note is that we really do have to bet on poison now, because we ain't got nothing else. Gain crit charge on a random binding. Yes, please. This means that we won't be able to... Or we could actually just give it damage. I don't know. These are all pretty tempting. If we do this, then we can't do our prepared double dash tech. But we could do double crit tech, which is still pretty good. Especially when we're trying to crit here. Piercing Throw actually gives us some decent base damage. Dreadful Jinx here is pretty good for, like, bossing, which is primarily why we have it. This is rough. I think critical dash is great, except for when it hits poison vapor, but poison vapor should be on cooldown most of the time. I feel like not taking piercing throw is a throw here. I feel like we really need it.
Hello, young Quill.
Okay. Actually, at this point, give me a magic power. +2 poison damage is technically plus 40% poison. So it's 4 power for poison itself. But I also kind of need my abilities to deal damage. So I would like some magic power. And I don't think that the 7 ability power we're getting from Misplaced Nobility is going to be enough. Okay, it's vault time. It's going to be a little spookums. Can I hit you with some poison? I can. Okay. Let's go ahead and reduce that cooldown. Hit you here. Hit you with this, which is going to stack a whole ton of poison on you. I still don't know how the heck we're going to... we'll find a way. Letting these slimps spawn is actually how I'm trying to do that right now. And put me, like, right here. Okay, this is pretty suffer. Why would you do this to me? Oh! I think we're gonna... We would prefer to hit multiple people, but we kind of lost the opportunity for that. You're gonna die anyways. Like, we could stack poison on you, but let's actually put poison in a place where it's gonna actually deal damage. Are you dead? Yes, you are. Oh! Now I gotta figure out how to kill all these people. I think the easiest way to do that is probably to jinx you. Come down, dash, flurry. You can always do that in reverse order too, so we don't gotta worry too much about it. But what is that gonna be? If we come down here, dash is 1, flurry is another 1. You could still be alive. Jinx will definitely kill you. So then that is a total of 4. We have 1, like, energy remaining. So we're going to do that right here. Just to get more hits on the quest. Okay. Do we even restore our HP in combat? That's a good question. If we find a way, we're going to wanna. Otherwise, like, yeah, I'll carry a Mobius Vine waiting for that. Go ahead, give me a critical chance, because that means that we do more. Critical throw! It does exist! This is not the one that we're looking for. What the frick? Why would I want to gain a critical charge for each enemy I pass through? I mean, it's technically double dash as far as we're concerned. We just don't get the double mark, which is like the whole frickin' point. Shuriken Jutsu does damage, which is notable. Gives us full shurikens, so it allows us to do single target flurries, which doesn't deal a lot of damage. What the frick is this? Yeah, I think we're gonna grab shuriken? Question mark? I'm just so unsure right now. Give me a tethered shrine. I want more crit. I want the world. What the frick is this? I guess that increases, wait. Why aren't you increasing in damage? We're gonna have to check that. Is that not updating, or is it not gaining physical power? Because if it's not gaining physical power, then I demand a refund. Heroic Vault. Making sure that we're clicking on the right thing now after our blunder at the start of the game. I'm still concerned that we're not going to make enough money. Vengeful Infusion is great. That's a Thuntalope. Alright. Go ahead, start with this. No reason not to. We kind of want to make sure that we're getting down here, though, so it might be that we have to not take that orb up there. It's a little rough, but I'm not too concerned. Okay, dead. Not dead. I'm going to evade, so Vengeful Infusion isn't going to do anything. Yeah, we're basically going to keep this Thuntalope alive as long as possible. Are you dying? No, you're not dying. How could you betray me like this? After all we've been through? I trusted you. It is not scaling damage. Okay, there's the F8. The F8 of the day. I don't think Magic Pixel exists. Hitting you is kind of more important. Is there any way, like... Wow, we dealt that little damage. This is kind of suffer. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we kill the money pot. That's kind of important. Is that it? Sure. Why not? Then we hit all of you guys. I think we need more poison. Okay, right there is a good spot. We can get out. We take the Vengeful Infusion. That'll take care of all the Slimps. That's pretty good softening right there. This is going to disappear, so we might as well, I guess, hit a whole bunch of you. And... Vengeful me. Oh, no. Okay, you're globaling, but I don't care. Can I... Yes. See ya. I mean, honestly, we should probably poison this man. That's what we should be trying to do. We're going to evade him anyways. Okay. We don't daze enemies. Teeth on a String is a way to heal to enable Mobius Vine. What are we getting rid of? Study Wind Song? Come on, man. We need Verdant Seed still. We need it. So, teeth on a string replacing tracker's cleats? I don't think so. I think it's gotta be swift hair as much as it's chef's kiss. And if we can farm Slimps in this upcoming like fight or whatever, that's kind of a good place to do it. We have a spare. I will reroll here. I must scream. After defeating an enemy, 1 shuriken. Not bad. Jinx for 1 is probably the best thing here, even if this is prepared dash. I guess having this be free, like, I don't know. Scavenging throw is not good for us anymore. We probably should have rerolled this. We also don't have any of our skills locked out, so actually getting our damage multiplier on Poison Vapor is not going to happen. Give me stats. Oh, we're going to be just fine. Barely. RNG came through for us again. I think this is crit chance. 3 magic power, though, is pretty tempting. That gets us very close to 20 ability power, which is pretty much you win the game. Unfortunately, we're getting 20 ability power for, or magical power for Jinx. Still pretty good. It'll definitely mop up the last phase of Runestone, but, I don't know. It's still a little... I think we'll go ahead and we'll take it. Why not? Alright, I want to keep these Slimp eggs alive as long as possible. So I'm actually afraid to poison you guys. You can definitely dash through. Hit you with this. Because that's something. Get some poison on you. Orb me. Get a little bit more poison on you, and then I think we're going to back up to here. Not quite there. We want to be like right here. We're going to hit you. And then we pray. Hold up. No, we've got, we actually need to take damage for Mobius Vine to come into effect. This is good. I think. Maybe we should be going this way? Oh! Now how are you feeling? You're still feeling great. I don't like that. Okay. Feeling relatively good about that, except for this whole deal right here. We also have 2 strands on us, which is not bueno. Like, what the heck's going on with you, brother? Okay, you will actually phase. Then I am not concerned. Leave that for next turn. And now we're going to be doing some crazy stuff. Probably should have taken a little bit more damage. Oh, it deals damage, so I can't double mark. This is why I hate Shuriken Jutsu. I'm so upset. I don't remember. Okay, he died due to poison. Whew. Well, to say I don't remember how many turns this has been. Lethal Burst is interesting. It allows us to get that AoE that we've been hungering for this whole time. And it's at the point of the game where we no longer need AoE. So, screw you, game. Steel deals a lot of damage. We can get -1 will cost on this and bring it down to free. Free's pretty nice. Relentless Barrage is also notable due to the fact that we have Shuriken Jutsu, so we're always going to have maximum Shurikens. So it's going to deal a lot of damage. Basically, it's going to hit the break point where it's better than Lethal Burst simply because we have Shuriken Jutsu and we can guarantee that we're going to have maximum Shuriken. Otherwise, obviously, you need somewhere around like 3 Shuriken for this to equate. I think that's right. I might be mathing that entirely wrong, looking at it like linearly or algebraically, not exponentially, which exponential would be an algebra. You know what I'm trying to say. What is our... Sure can deal more damage. Screw you. How about screw you? Sure. It can. I really like a Relentless Barrage now then. Heart of the Last Lifeless. Oh my good lord. That already replaces Verdant Seed. Gives us even more damage according to how much we've got. Oh, that's great. That's great. We've already capped Mobius Vine, so we could even get rid of that, but I don't think that that's necessary right now. Let's just, Heart of the Lifeless on Teeth on a String. We would have 63. That's 9 ability power. We really shouldn't take damage for the rest of the game. Famous last words. I like it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to just adjust to my seat here. This is going to be real shit. We're going into here with kind of shitty damage. More crit chance, please. We're already at full health, of course, so we can take some damage here. Okay. That's looking pretty good. And then dash me through here. Destroy these men. I do not care about their families. Give me a power orb. Pop that guy. Get me the heck out of here. Moby is fine. It's good. I'll take a casual 4 times damage. All we had to do was farm some Slimps. Blasto. We're critting for 900 per shuriken. That's a little disgusting. Roots of Reprieve. Killing an enemy would reduce the cost of these things here. I honestly don't think we care about any of this. It's Runestone. We're not going to kill people. And these are all defeating an enemy. I don't like it. +2 poison damage doesn't really do much for us. Does it do more for us than critical damage? I don't think so. With Relentless Barrage going ham? Come on, game. Come on, game. You don't gotta be like this. Okay? All I wanted was plus 25% damage against enemies that have poison on them. And you give me this bullshit. Okay. I really, like, Discounted Flurry is nice. We were talking about it as far as Lethal Burst, but it's again, we didn't take Lethal Burst because it wasn't, well, one, we had Shuriken generation, and two, it wasn't our Book 1 Ascension, because then that would have solved Book 2 for us. It is actually possible. Wait, no, we don't have the cooldown resets. It's specifically Lethal Burst that's like exceptionally good on. It's still free damage. We would like it, but I'm not sure that it's necessary. Dreadful Jinx is some also good damage. We're actually being absolutely drunk high right now. That I don't know what the frick I'm saying. If we were critting for like 976 per shuriken, we should absolutely be doing that shit for free. Negative on will cost isn't really gonna like help us much, but it allows us to stack more poison with our other stuff. It's more damage per turn than Jinx, which we're going to use like probably on the last phase just to one-shot the boss, but that's still also probably actually going to be Relentless Barrage. Looking at this for you guys, we've got a Frozen Statue and then two Legendaries. They don't exist. A Frozen Statue, if you made it, like, were we even offered Frostbite? No, Cone of Frost was on the first option. Yeah, Cone of Frost was on the first option. So this could have done something. If you wanted enemies to be dazed, there was Sovereign's Flag earlier. That is a super weird gamble, though. You take Sovereign's Flag with no access to daze, unless, of course, it gave you Flash Freeze, in which case that would daze. And then if you did that, you don't need Frozen Statue. These shops have been wild. Anyways, let's finish this bad boy up. Couple of games I'm interested have come out yesterday. There is Void Crew, which is sort of like a Borrowed Trauma in space that I'm interested in playing. And then there is the Endless Dungeon demo, or closed beta, I suppose is the correct term. They apparently did a lot of changes due to feedback. You'd love to hear it. And I'm interested to see what that means. Like, the deal with what is. I think we honestly, like, this is crazy. Oh! Well, that's pretty good. I obviously wasn't thinking about this shit, though. If we take 13 damage, we're fine. Barely. I do need to phase you, though. So just take that. I want to meet you down here. I really don't want to get closer to you. We kind of have a bunch of will that we don't need. And it was probably, we take the orb early, don't worry about cooldowns, dash this way, flurry back, you deal less damage. And then we would maybe be able to move a little bit closer. Yeah, we may have flubbed this. This is pretty much going to solve all of our issues. I do kind of want to hit you so that you deal less damage next turn, just in case it's imperative. Y'all can die for free. And then I'll walk over here, meet you over here. We're fine. So because we screwed up, it's a good thing that we kept Verdant Seed. I don't know how to feel about that one. Okay. I guess I have newfound respect for Relentless Barrage. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That's a perfect score. So get out there, get your perfect score. Yo! Let's see. Extra Sonic lost 300 points. That's a turn on a hard battle. I could see it. I could see that being a problem because odds are nobody was insane enough to re-roll twice to try to get Jinx. Oh no. Let's go though. Anyways, you guys can go out there, get on top of the board too. If you have, hopefully the run was enjoyable or at least entertaining or educational for that matter. If you have any comments whatsoever, be sure to put them down below. Be them questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts. And until next time, I'll catch you guys around.